We've got a very interesting one. Now, this is it. It's a tweet and it says, husband and wife traveled to Canada. Later, the husband was deported. We don't know why. As a good wife, will you return to Nigeria with him?
Here we
Question time. Gang, let me start with you. You go to Canada with your wife.
No.
You get deported.
The answer is simple. Here's the funny thing. If we should japa, if we should leave the country with a certain plan and a reason for that, if something happens and I get deported, you get me, and she can still stay in Canada, we can still use that to our advantage.
Okay.
You get me?
You'd rather if she stayed
quite
there and
logical,
then you
though.
come back. And
Yeah,
please don't
no,
go.
yeah. She doesn't have to come back because of me. You get me? But if we can still achieve what we want to achieve, it's about, because it's from my own experience. I've lived away from my family, and we found a way to make it work where I was traveling back and
How
forth.
did you manage though?
Well, thank God it's no longer happening, but it was a crazy situation.
about divide himself from the situation.
But sometimes it's like this. If you guys still have the opportunity to achieve what you want to, then it's all a situation about her doing the back and forth. Do you understand? Doing the back and forth while she maintains the whole abroad citizenship or whatever.
Do you
it is.
agree?
So I've
Olamide?
never really been a fan of,
Distant relationship.
long-distance relationship, whether it's through marriage or family or whatever. I feel, what makes a family strong is when they're together. However, in this situation, if the man gets himself deported, I don't think it should affect his family, his partner. Obviously, leaving the shores of Nigeria or any other part of the world to go to a
not
place like
easy in the
Canada
first place.
is to look for,
greener
better opportunities.
pastures, yes.
Yeah, greener pastures. So if this happens, I think it would be selfish for the husband to request that she comes back home with him. I think it would be
But
very
what about
selfish.
the attendant risks? Are there any risks?
So for
do
me,
you
I think it depends on the
if she
kind of
remains?
life. I think for me, it depends on the kind of life they have over there. Like some people are in Canada, but better off in Nigeria.
True.
Let's be honest.
True.
So if that's the situation you find yourself in, I'm gonna carry your kaya. But men generally, if we're gonna be honest, men generally are actually more loyal than women. A man will stick with a woman regardless of whatever goes wrong with her. Like, because somehow they just plug in and never plug out. But women, hypergamy is real, man. It's very real. So I feel like, especially the marriage is troubled and then they can't deport Baba.
No, so aside that, let me just quickly talk about something that happened to me some years ago. It wasn't me exactly, but then my father was involved.
Make up your mind, well.
No, like I was involved, but it was my dad. A relative went to
Jackpot.
Jakba, and then the wife was going to go first to school and all that, and she was going to be there for 2 years. And my dad said this. He said, Maduya away.
Hey, it's not lying, though.
Sorry, to all our non-Yoruba speaking audience,
Translate.
please.
Okay, it means
They will
that.
have carnal knowledge of your wife.
Thank you. That is a
You were
biblical
not
way
going
to
to put
put
it that
it.
way. Thank you very much.
Then go
for
knock
coming to
your
us
wife because it's
here.
cold
And he
over
went ahead
there.
and did it.
And
It's cold over there. And winter is
real.
coming.
It's real.
Winter is coming.
Wow.
Winter is real.
But
I don't
I
understand
mean,
how
jokes
people do
apart.
I don't know how people do long distance relationship.
I've never
2 years.
done
Wow.
it. It's tough, and I respect you, gang. I mean, yes, it's the job. But
Yeah.
I don't think I can do it.
Gang had to provide for his family.
Yeah,
he
but
had
it's
no
the
choice.
job. But that's why a lot of times I say this, and I've said it on the show. If your relationship needs to be based on more just physicality.
Yeah.
You get me? There's certain times, even though I'm with my wife, there's some days I'm like, can I be away from you for just a few hours, a few days? You understand? Can I take a trip? Even you, sometimes you want to get away. So the fact that you can actually exist away from your partner
Yeah.
so that you don't really feel suffocated to an extent. Even with your kids, sometimes you'll be like, I really don't want to play with my kids today. Can you guys just get out of here? Let me not see you guys for a bit.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
I don't know how
Preach,
that feels,
preach.
though.
You don't know how that feels? I'm sure your kids went through the terrible two phase when they were so troublesome.
No, for me, if one is off, the other one is on. So at every point in time, one is always on. So I'm good.
It's
I can't
different
even
strokes,
imagine my life
guys. It's
without them,
different
man.
strokes. Gang has chosen the specific timing of Friday nights from 11 up until 12 to be away from his wife and children, specifically, just so you know.